Minnesota known for its peaceful lakes, serene forests, and pristine wilderness. But beneath the quiet beauty, dark stories linger, whispers of restless spirits trapped in the cold, shadowy corners of this land. Tonight, we're diving deep into the darkest tales, counting down the 5 most haunted places in Minnesota. But be warned, some of these stories are so unsettling, you may never look at the land of 10,000 lakes the same way again. 1. The Wabasha Street Caves. The Wabasha Street Caves, a place where history and hauntings intertwine beneath the streets of St. Paul. The Wabasha Street Caves were originally built as a limestone mining site in the 1800s. In the early 1900s, it became a speakeasy during Prohibition, a home to illicit activity, and a popular spot for bootleggers. But the darkest chapter of its history involves its later use as a nightclub and underground ballroom. Countless souls spent their final hours here in secrecy, and with them, their restless spirits. Visitors report hearing the unmistakable sound of heavy footsteps echoing through the dark halls, but when they turn, there's no one there. Cold spots sweep across the floors, as though something unseen is brushing past. Some even describe the feeling of unseen hands resting on their shoulders, cold as ice, urging them to leave. One night, a group of tourists ventured into the caves for a night tour. As they descended into the depths, the air grew thick, heavy, and then a strange, low voice whispered in one woman's ear, "You shouldn't be here." Terrified, the group hurried back up to the surface. When they checked their photos afterward, they discovered a shadowy figure standing in the background. No one had been behind them. The caves still stand, a silent reminder of the souls that never left, their whispers and footsteps forever echoing in the darkness. 2. The Anoka State Hospital. A place where the tortured minds of the past now roam. Once known as the Anoka Asylum, this facility opened its doors in 1900 and became infamous for its treatment of the mentally ill. Many patients were subjected to barbaric treatments, including lobotomies and electroshock therapy. It's said that those who died here left behind in the cold, sterile halls now haunt the building, willing to rest. Late at night, the eerie sound of hospital gurneys rolling down empty hallways can be heard. The scent of antiseptic mixed with something more unsettling decay lingers in the air. Patients have claimed to feel the sensation of invisible hands gripping their limbs, pulling them back, as though trying to keep them from leaving. A former caretaker who worked at the hospital for years shared this chilling experience. "One night, I was walking through the hall when I saw a figure standing at the end, in the corner. I thought it was one of the night staff, but as I approached, it disappeared into the wall, like a shadow melting away. I wasn't the only one who saw it either." Other nurses reported the same thing. The doors may be locked now, but the tortured spirits within never left, forever roaming the empty halls of Anoka. 3. The Phipps Inn, a mansion that hides its horrors behind elegant walls. Located in Hudson, Wisconsin, just across the river from Minnesota, the Phipps Inn is a Victorian mansion built in 1908. It's a beautiful building, but its past is marred by tragedy. One of its original owners died under mysterious circumstances, and the mansion became a home to rumors and ghostly legends. Guests at the Phipps Inn report hearing the sounds of a woman crying softly in the night. Others say they've seen a shadowy figure standing at the foot of their bed, staring at them until they can't breathe. Some claim to have felt an icy chill crawl over them in the middle of the night, only to awaken and find themselves unable to move. During a wedding reception at the Phipps Inn, a young bride went missing for hours. The staff searched the mansion, but no trace of her was found. When they finally found her, she was standing in the room where her husband had died years earlier, staring at a cracked mirror with a blank expression. When asked how she got there, she simply said, "I didn't choose to come here." To this day, the inn remains open. But some guests have never left, trapped in the mansion, reliving their darkest moments. Point 4. The Minneapolis mansion, the grand home that hides a bloody history. This grand estate in the heart of the city was built in the late 1800s by a wealthy family. But tragedy struck when a murder occurred within its walls. A family member was found dead, and the killer was never caught. Over the years, the mansion became known for its strange occurrences, but the murder's lingering energy still fuels the haunting. Visitors describe feeling watched at all times, especially when standing near the grand staircase. Many have claimed to hear faint whispers calling their names from the shadows, and others say they've felt cold hands brushing against their necks. Some have even seen the figure of a woman in a white gown, her face twisted in anguish, standing at the top of the stairs. During an investigation, a group of paranormal enthusiasts set up cameras to capture any signs of activity. Hours later, the footage revealed the most chilling sight: a shadowy figure moving silently up the stairs, pausing to look back at the camera before vanishing into thin air. The mansion stands, but those who enter are never truly alone. The shadows of the past have made sure of that. 5. The Winona Courthouse, a place of judgment, but where no one ever leaves. Built in the 1800s, the Winona County Courthouse served as a site of numerous trials. One of the most notable was the trial of a man accused of witchcraft in the early 1900s. After his conviction, he was sentenced to death. And it's said his spirit still haunts the courthouse, seeking revenge for his unjust fate. The courthouse is filled with eerie happenings: sudden drops in temperature, flickering lights, and the sound of chains dragging across the floor. People have reported seeing a shadowy figure sitting in the jury box, watching them silently. Those who enter the courtroom late at night often feel an overwhelming sense of dread, as if they are being watched by unseen eyes. One night, a police officer on duty in the courthouse heard a loud bang coming from the courtroom. When he went to investigate, he found the courtroom door slammed shut, despite no one being inside. As he reached for the handle, he felt a cold breath on the back of his neck. Turning around, he saw a shadow move across the floor before it vanished. The courthouse may be empty now, but the vengeful spirit of the condemned man still lingers, waiting for those who dare to cross his path. From haunted caves to vengeful spirits in courtrooms, you've now journeyed through the most chilling places in Minnesota. But these stories, they're not over. The ghosts that haunt these locations are waiting for their next visitor. And it could be you. So we ask you, would you dare to step foot in any of these haunted places, or will you keep the lights on and stay far, far away? Let us know in the comments which of these locations terrified you the most. If these stories sent a chill down your spine, give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who loves a good scare. Subscribe to Ghostly Tales and hit that notification bell so you never miss another journey into the shadows. Until next time, sleep well, if you can.